What up, you guys? It's your boy Bill for Anything. And let me tell you something. When I first came out here to Texas, I had a lot of people telling me a lot of different things, even from my own research. And it wasn't until I got here that I realized there's some common myths about Texas, specifically Dallas, that I felt like, you know what? I need to do a video just to explain to you guys, like, these things are just totally not the case. Now, understand, this is my experience, okay? I'm just one person. This is my experience. I always encourage people, if you truly want to find out how a certain place is, pick up your butt, take a flight, go over there, spend a week, get a car or get on a train or something and really explore that city, all right? Explore it during the daytime, explore it during the nighttime, and then come to your own conclusion. So, I'm going to start off with 5 things that I feel is a misunderstanding, okay, when it comes to Dallas, all right? The number one thing is everybody here dresses like a cowboy, okay, or a cowgirl, however way you want to look at it. Now, let me tell you something. When I first got here, one of the things that I did prior to me getting here was I went out and I got one of these. I had a cowboy hat on. Okay, I went out and I got a cowboy hat. And listen, man, it's still kind of fly, man. Don't get me wrong. I still wear it out on certain occasions, and you know, I make it do what it do. But everybody out here is not dressed up in cowboy boots and big cowboy hats or anything like that. People aren't, you know, riding around on horses or something like that. It's not the Wild Wild West. At least Dallas isn't. Now, I have gone to Fort Worth, and I do hear Fort Worth is a little bit more of that. Or maybe places like San Antonio, which I can understand. But Dallas, nah. People ain't walking around like this. You don't need to completely change your entire wardrobe when you move up here or if you visit here. Okay. Next thing, you need a car. Everybody's saying the same thing. You need a car. Now, there's a workaround. Believe it or not, you don't. I've had situations where there was places that I wanted to go to. I just hopped in an Uber. Got there quick and easy. So you could do an Uber. You could do Lyft. You could ride your bike. I do see a lot of people who ride their bikes. I see people on skateboards even. And they even have trains out here. The trains, for $5, you get an all-day pass. It's called DART. You can use the train or their bus system. And it can let you in and out of a lot of places, uptown, downtown. It's pretty cool. I haven't done it yet. I am going to be doing it soon because I'm supposed to go to the Mavs game. And I figure, you know what? Instead of me driving and having to park around there, I say, you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity. I'm gonna get on the DART and I'm gonna experience it and see how it is. Now, I'm coming from New York. I don't expect it to be like the MTA. There's very few places in this world that have a train system as widely diverse as New York City's MTA. Dallas isn't one of them, you know. So it's growing though. I will give them that. It is growing, and I do see people who do use it. So I'm not gonna say you can't. Now, the thing is, it really depends on what it is that you're doing in the area. If you're fortunate enough to live and work or go to school or whatever in an area where you could take it, then it can be reliable for you, okay? But remember, Texas is so huge. If you're trying to get, you know, way up north or East Dallas or something like that, you probably, you're gonna need a car because that Uber ride from here to, you know, 30, 40 minutes from here, I mean, hey, if you're willing to pay for it, that's cool. But, you know, it is going to add up if you got to do that frequently. So you do got to kind of balance it out and see, okay, is it easier for me to just get a car versus having to rely on Uber? So that's something you got to weigh out for yourself, but you don't necessarily need a car. The next thing is Dallas is too hot. It's too damn hot. I keep hearing about it. When I first got up here, people kept telling me, oh, wait until summertime. Wait until summertime. Because I came down here, right? And to me, I was like, man, this is my kind of weather. It was like 60-something degrees, 70-something degrees. I'm like, listen, growing up in New York, it's like 50-something degrees, 40-something degrees, 30-something degrees. And I'm out here and I'm like, yo, I could do this all day. I could do this all day. But the people were like, oh my God, wait until the summertime. It's going to be too hot. You're going to want to leave. It's too hot. It's too hot. Listen, I'm a summer dude, you know, born in August. I'm a Leo. I like, you know, I like the heat. You know what I mean? I like being outside. Once the summertime came, I was like, okay. Yes, you do got a couple of degrees where, you know, a couple of days where it's going to be over 100 degrees and whatnot. But listen, people still was going about their business. It did not stop me from enjoying my day whatsoever. I didn't feel like I needed to be locked indoors under AC. My bill didn't go through the roof. I still was active. Because think about it. You leave your house, you hop into a car, you go where you need to go. Almost everywhere you go is going to have AC. So even when you stand outside for a couple minutes, it's not a big deal. You know, if you're going to just stay out there, then you want to make sure that you're comfortable. And that's one thing I noticed. People around here, everybody's dressed comfortable. Shorts, you know, short sleeve shirts. Everybody's comfortable. And I've seen, again, the hottest of days, people are still outside working out or doing what they need to do. It is an adjustment, but I'm trying to tell you that it's not. It's something I think is really, really overblown. Especially if you come from the north, if you come from the East Coast, then yeah, it might be a bit of a shock to you, but it's really not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I breezed right through it. Hey, it's all good with me. Now the next thing is everybody walks around with a gun. Okay, it's no secret. Texas is one of the places where the gun laws are not as strict as other states. Okay, you can carry a gun, you can get a license to carry. It's so funny. I was watching Thor Ragnarok, and one of the characters in Thor, like, he had like this big old gun, and he was like, look what I found. He's like, from this planet called Texas. And the whole place started laughing because it's like, and Thor Ragnarok is a funny movie, by the way. But everybody started laughing because it's like Texas. But that's what, you know, people, when they hear Texas, they think everybody, you know, gun toting, everybody running around with ARs on their shoulder and all of that. Listen, yes, we do have open carry laws. Like, I could open carry. I got a license to carry. I'm not going to do it. It's like, why would you do it? The main reason, okay, listen, the main reason for having a gun out here is to protect yourself. And anywhere, is to protect yourself at all times against the dangers that may oppose you. Hopefully you never have to, but at the end of the day, you want to be able to protect the most valuable asset you have, which is your life, okay? And you're not going to want to walk around and have it all exposed, because if there is somebody who's meaning to do harm to you or people around you, they're going to look at you and see clearly that you have your gun out in the open, and they're either going to try to grab it from you, or, you know, they're going to want to take you out first because you're visibly showing that you're able to defend yourself. So most of the people around here, you know, they're not walking around where, like, you're just going to notice it. It's not that kind of scene, all right? That's all I got to say. It's not that kind of scene, all right? Next and last, I saved this one for last because this is probably the most common thing that you're going to hear. And that is, Dallas is a racist state, okay? Of course, you know I got to cover it because even me, I've seen a lot of videos where, you know, people who, you know, of my color, that's one of the first things that they try to get into. Even before I came down here, I had, you know, family members that was cautious about that. I even have friends who was Caucasian who was cautious about that. Look, again, this is my experience, guys. I have not experienced anything like that. Does this mean that everybody likes you and is gonna embrace you? No. I have a mentality that I don't expect everybody to like me. And I'm not naive to think that racism doesn't exist. It does. But at the same time, you have to have a certain consciousness and certain confidence in yourself and understanding that you don't necessarily need other people to embrace you and everything that you're about, okay? If you're comfortable with who you are, you're going to have people who embrace you and are intrigued by you, and you're going to have some people who are not. For whatever reasons they have, I'm not going to be quick to run to racism, okay? I don't know what's in people's heart. I only go by how people treat me. If somebody treats me with respect, I'm going to treat you with respect. Somebody treats me like, you know, try to treat me like crap, I'm giving you the deuces. I'm removing you out of my life, out of the situation, or I remove myself out of the situation, and I go on with my life. As long as nobody is threatening my life, okay, where I feel like I have to defend my life, I don't care how you feel about me. What I can say to you is I have not had any type of situations where I'm sitting here wondering like, oh man, you know, I can't get this because I'm black or whatever. And I've interacted with a bunch of, you know, white people and different races, and it's the furthest thing from my mind. I haven't experienced this. I had people come up to me who are Caucasian and had conversations with me. I'm not gonna sit here and just try to paint the entire state, okay, and say that, you know, it's racism here or there. Now, when it comes to the corporate environment, I know a lot of people are cautious about that. But to me, my perspective, the corporate environment as a whole is not, it's a whole different dynamic, okay? It is a lot of who you know, and yes, there are some racial undertones and things that go on in a corporate environment, which is why, you know, I prefer to start my own business and, you know, hire the people who I want to hire and do my thing that way, because I just feel like the corporate environment is not really conducive to, in my opinion, you know, African Americans, wherever you are in this, you know, in America. But that's neither here nor there. That's a whole different topic. But to answer the question, plain, clear, is no, I do not feel like it is a racist state. Yes, it's conservative. You're going to run into more conservatives, but there's a lot of liberals out here as well. You got people that relocated here from other places, like people from California. And I talked about this in some of my last videos. You're not going to find a lot of native Texans around here. You're going to find a lot of transplants from different places. And, you know, people for the most part, like I said, is pretty chill, pretty cool. I just think a lot of that whole racism is more your conscious. You know, we're quick to run to that. And I'm not going to be quick to run to that. Even if somebody don't like me, I'm going to say they don't like me. I'm not going to take that and say, you know, everybody's racist or whatever. I've had too many positive experiences versus negative experiences to categorize as the whole thing as being racist. So if that's something that's on your mind, you're probably going to notice it a lot more because you're looking for it. I don't really subscribe to it. It is what it is. But like I said, I don't think that that's a reason to not be here if you are, you know, a person of color. I think this is a place where you can raise a family, you can meet people, you can date outside your race if that's what you want to do. It's really overblown. I understand how things might have been back in the day, but like I said, it's everywhere. You know, it's everywhere. So you just gotta really be comfortable with yourself and make sure that you're comfortable in your environment. And if you're comfortable, great. If you're not comfortable, then, you know, change your environment, whatever. But I always try to say, look to yourself first before you worry about what's happening around you. Like, make sure that you're in the right frame of mind first. So anyway, that's it. That's all. I'm gonna leave it right then and there, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I'm actually gonna be out right now. I'm gonna go take me some pictures. It's a nice day out here. So go out and enjoy it. It's your boy Bill for Anything. Peace and love. Oh, before I go, shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to Many Things Vegan. I met her last night at this event. She's pretty cool. She supports the channel. I appreciate everybody who supports the channel. You know, I enjoy doing these videos. I'm gonna continue doing these videos. Peace and love, y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next video. I'm out.